Welcome to the Disney Hour Express podcast. I'm Abbie.
And I'm Rob. We are two hopelessly romantic Disney enthusiasts.
Sharing fun stories, secret tips, and family travel experiences.
If you are a Disney newbie, or maybe a season pass holder, we hope you find this information helpful.
We turned our love of Disney into a unique boutique travel agency that books Disney and Universal vacations.
We've got a lot of stories, so cozy on up, choose your favorite drink,
whether that be a cocktail or a hot chocolate,
and enjoy the Disney Hour Express.
Well, hey there, friends, Pottineers, I should say. Welcome to episode 95 of the Disney Hour Express.
Gobble, gobble.
Yep, it's right before Thanksgiving, and we are getting ready for our Friendsgiving that's happening this evening. So I have been going back and forth. I'm cooking 2 turkeys right now, and I've got to cook a couple other sides, but we're super excited.
And I've been pretending like I'm busy and I can't help her.
Yeah, that kind of happens. But then I call him down to take out the hot turkeys because that scares me.
You're my hot turkey.
Aw, thanks, babe. Anyways, we're here to talk about Disney, not about turkeys, right?
I don't know about that, but sure.
Oh, okay.
Let's go for it.
Well,
I'm talking turkey. It's our new segment.
Talking turkey.
No, let's talk Disney. That's what we love.
We do love it.
I do love turkey, though.
Speaking of loving Disney, I have completely and totally fallen in love with the Disney Treasure. We had some friends head over to New York City this past week on November 19th, actually, for the Disney Treasure christening ceremony.
Oh, couldn't we blow up those friends' spots?
Yes, one of our friends is Christine Conklin. She's over with she's with a large travel production group, agency. It's much bigger than.
Gotcha.
Than the little travel agency that we have. But I enjoyed watching her reels and her photos. And it was just, it was so cool to see everything from her viewpoint. And of course, I jumped on the good old YouTube and saw some great footage, and I'm here for it all. So one of the big things we heard about the Disney Treasure previously was how they were going to have a haunted mansion parlor. Ooh, so they had a lot of featured drinks at the opening party. Oh. One of them was the haunted mansion parlor Ghoulish Delight drink. You could just call it the Ghoulish Delight drink. And it is Coca-Cola with edible gold shimmer, grenadine, black cherry syrup, and gummy eyeballs.
Gotcha.
I'm into that. That sounds really good to me. They also had Skipper Society Jungle Juice, which is passion orange guava, lychee, and grenadine. Right? Lychee? Lychee? Yeah, we don't know a whole lot about a whole lot.
I'm litchy.
But that looked good as well. So typically during a christening, right, you're announcing who the godparents are. And they do this for all of their ships. And what was special about this particular christening was that the godparents are all Disney employees, including cast, crew, and Imagineers. So the role of a godparent is in maritime tradition is that it symbolizes good fortune and safe passage for the new ship and its passengers. The first 4 Disney Cruise Line ships had 1 godparent each, and then now this Disney Treasure and Disney Wish have multiple godparents. What do you think of that? Do you think that it's kind of a lame to be blanketed godparents, all of you folks, or is it kind of heart touching? I wonder how cast members feel about it.
Well, being that I'm not a cast member, I can't speak for them, and I would never try to. But I think that it's if it makes people feel good, then they should go for it.
And then that's fine. I mean, I know that they got little tokens and little gifts saying congratulations.
Did I get
godparent. Them? Oh. So, it is what it is. But the event.
I'm a godparent.
You are a godparent. That's right. I'm not a godparent. Nobody trusts me with their children.
No.
Anyways, so that was like the most awesome.
Probably because of the laugh you gave after that.
I scare children all around the world.
No way. Children flock to you. You're basically the Pied Piper.
Okay. I would probably say I'm a troubadour. Doesn't the Pied Piper put them all asleep and like, I don't know, lead all the mice? I guess, I don't know. I don't know if the Pied Piper is good or bad. I can't really recall.
Creepy. Stay away from the kids, you weird person holding a pipe.
Okay. So it was a really amazing event. They had like the grand opening, like the night prior to allowing them on the ship, which I thought was kind of interesting. They weren't having the christening right on board.
Right.
They were having the christening kind of at this really nice party venue that was on the water and overlooked the ship. And so they invited everyone out to the balcony and started this really awesome drone show. The drone show featured Aladdin, Haunted Mansion, Coco, Moana, and it was right above the ship.
Yes.
And like, of course, like everything Disney, it went along with the music perfectly. And right at the end, the drones all like lit up in Disney treasure, like across, and then the champagne bottle. It was like a huge champagne bottle the size of the ship that was overhead, and then it kind of like burst into like sprinkles, like saying like it's officially christened, instead of the traditional hitting the champagne bottle and breaking it on the board of the ship, which I'm sure they did as well, just to keep with tradition and luck. But that was kind of the visual part of it all. It was really great. People were saying this was the best drone show that they've ever seen. It like topped all of what they've done in Disney Springs. And it was really clear and beautiful and just really well done.
I wonder if they've seen the drone show in Disney Paris.
Right, that's true. Yeah. That's true. So the following day was when guests were allowed to go on to the ship and see everything. And this ship is absolutely, I think, the best production. We thought The Wish was good. Like this is amazing. This is absolutely outstanding. Every corner is done up. Beautiful paintings, beautiful themes. I mean, they've got everything.
We got it all.
And you know, they're taking it's about 7-day journeys that this ship is going to take, and like I feel like you would have a very nice amount of comfort on those 7 days.
Gotcha.
So it's cool to look at. You know, I was looking at some pricing right afterwards, just thinking about can we?
So that's why you hit me up with that amount.
To this with our family.
Abbie likes to sporadically just pitch vacation ideas to me in random times, and I'd say she could leverage her time. Her time's better, but she'll eventually pick the right spot and get me.
It's always on my mind. It's always on my mind. So, you know, I just, kind of floated it out there. thought we might take a little Disney treasure cruise, but it's amazing. I hope everybody gets to experience the ship at some time. It's super great. So that's my little roundup on the Disney treasure.
More to come, as it sails in the seven seas.
Yeah, exactly. It's going to take off from Port Canaveral. So it's obviously got to make its way back down there. And then we'll enjoy some more sights.
And it has all the typical amenities that the rest of the Disney Cruise Line or the newer ones have, and the slides and the, all the different areas, the kids clubs and all that stuff, so we could get away from our kids. That's ultimately what we're trying to do.
I mean, the kids clubs look amazing. I was watching, they have like different portions of kids clubs, so you can kind of decide what you want to do. You can be in like the Tangled art section, like or you could go over to the Star Wars section and like have an interactive meet and greet with Ray and like do a mission.
I'm in.
Or you could, like, if you're a baby, go to like I think it's Toy Story nursery, something like that. They have like a beautiful nursery, so
that does cost extra for babies, but but the rest of the stuff is included, and so you could like send your kids. Now, I told our kids, I said, you guys could stay at the pool if we ever go on a cruise, and I'll be inside like Club Cool or whatever, have like taking smoothies and playing video games. So there we go.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. I feel like
Yes.
we'd never see the kids again. Like Bailey would be all over the art section and Heidi would be in like some sort of cool tween zone. So.
Just they're all just on their phones, like no one's actually communicating with each other.
But isn't that the benefit? Can't you shut off like all your Wi-Fi? Just be like, sorry, no Wi-Fi for you guys. You have to interact with each other.
You think like they turn it off and they just text on it anyway. They're just
that's right.
Even if it's not working,
Yeah.
they're just sending. They just need the rhythm. Right? It's all about habits. Anyway, what's going on in the Disney parks?
Oh my gosh, there is huge breaking news
Yeah.
from Disney World. It was like randomly released on a Friday that we knew it was coming or had suspicions that it was coming, but it's now been confirmed that Muppet Vision 3D will be closing and making way for Monsters Inc. land.
Say it ain't so.
Yep.
Say it ain't so. Now I do have there's one note over there, but because that's called Animation Courtyard is over on the other side.
You're right. So it's really the Grand Avenue section, right, of Hollywood Studios that's being taken over now. I just think of it as the area where Miss Piggy has her own little fountain there.
And it's called the Muppets Courtyard, is what they refer to. Yes. Animation Courtyard is where the original was the other alternative site where they wanted it to go.
Gotcha.
Where they were thinking of going, and I still think it should have gone there. I'm sorry, and I'll let's talk, and then we'll.
Well, no,
talk.
tell me.
No.
Like,
let's continue on.
So Muppet Vision 3D first opened in 1991, and it's one of the oldest attractions that's still open over at Disney Hollywood Studios, right? And this is started way back when it was MGM Studios. It's been around for a while, and it's remembered as one of Jim Henson's very last projects before his death.
Yeah,
so
it was like a big deal because they had just entered this partnership, and they thought they'd be producing Muppet stuff and together with Disney, and it just seemed like the synergies, right? It's Muppets, it's puppets, it's kids love it, and I mean I was a huge Muppet fan growing up. I used to watch the Muppet movie over and over again.
Really?
Yeah, like I watched it all the time, and when I was very young. But yeah, then just have him. Unfortunately, he passed away at an early age, and that they just couldn't continue. It wasn't on the same trajectory. Now the Muppets have been around forever, right? They keep going. They just had like another. It was like 2 years ago. We had another iteration of the Muppet Show.
It didn't really.
Yeah.
Well, okay. I loved that one that had what's his name in it, who's obsessed with the Muppets. He was in How I Met Your Mother.
Neil
and
Patrick
he was
Harris?
the star of Forgetting
Jason
Sarah
Segel.
Marshall. Yes, thank you. And I like him as a person. And so I thought he did a really great job on it. But I think just this kind of stuff doesn't get a lot of traction. Like
Because a lot of the kids just aren't. They don't. It's a different world.
It's a different world. Yeah,
It's 100%. A different world, so the kids just don't appreciate them as much. And, there's only so many parents or old adults that are going to sit around and watch it.
Yep.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So they were really trying to ease the pain and also announced at the same time that Rock and Roller Coaster will now star Muppets and Electric Mayhem. Yeah. So the Muppets will be taking a super stretch limo to the other side of the park to take over the indoor coaster.
They're going to move on down the road.
Yeah. So Rock and Roller Coaster right now is featuring Aerosmith, and that opened in 1999. Now, Aerosmith was like the biggest thing ever when I was growing up, so that it felt right that there was an Aerosmith roller coaster, but he quickly faded. And recently, the Rock and Roller Coaster closed for refurbishments in January to June, which is a really long time for it to be closed. And then it reopened looking exactly the same.
And that's when everyone thought it was going to get changed.
Yes.
But even though they didn't announce it.
Right.
So it really makes you go, Like, why would they close it all that time and then say it's going to be reimagined again?
I imagine that they wanted to do like a really quick change into Muppets Mayhem. So perhaps they had to do all the work behind the scenes and everything for it. So, so I think it's going to be kind of a quick closing, quick opening of Muppet Mayhem and a longer transition over at Muppet Vision 3D.
Now, we don't have any dates yet.
There's
right,
no firm dates of the closure or changes just yet. Now, I don't know. So it's kind of one of those things. We know that a lot is going to change and happen in 2025. So we're kind of expecting it to start then, but a lot of people are really, really sad about this. So,
again, or going back to what I was saying before, is that I think it should, like, Animation Courtyard, okay, which is if you're heading down, for those of us that don't know, if we're heading down straight towards Mickey Minnie's Runaway Railway, and you kind of make not a right, you kind of veer off to the right a little bit, and it's right over there. It's just like not, they have like it's where like the Disney Junior station is. They have like the Doc McStuffins. I think they're just reopening the Little Mermaid show.
Yeah,
there is reopening, but it's like Disney Junior Live. It's like meet and greet areas. They got that. I think the Star Wars launch bay is over there, if I remember correctly, or I could be conflating it where it actually is. But anyway, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a popular spot.
I think that all these characters that you're talking about that are over in Animation Courtyard are still active characters, like if you're watching the Disney channels. So I feel like that's why they don't want to get rid of them just yet. Or maybe they have something better up their sleeves. I'm not sure.
So Disney did mention that they said they're exploring ways to preserve Muppet Vision 3D. They didn't really go any further than that, but it says as we move forward, I'm sorry, they did go. I'm saying they didn't say anything else except for this. As we move forward with these changes, we are having creative conversations and exploring ways to preserve the film and other parts of the experience for fans to enjoy in the future. Now, it doesn't necessarily, that doesn't kind of sound like they're planning on, opening it back in the park somewhere.
Right.
But they're thinking of doing something else. I mean, they could just,
like a short or
they could just drop it on, Disney Plus, drop the film, but without the 3D effects and all the other way. They also just a few years ago, they just updated their the video mapping on it to make the 3D better.
Yes,
and it is a lot better. We just went on our most recent trip.
Yeah,
and everyone loved it. Right, it was the first time we all enjoyed it. It was,
sounds,
sounds and everything.
Yeah.
We had a great time, and everyone's reaching out to try to grab the little guy's name. I can't remember his name. That's in there. But
Skeeter?
No, not the actual Muppet. They have the little flying 3D guy. But anyway, I mean,
it's memorable, but it's also old. It's old technology right now. So even though you just said they updated it, I feel like it's still.
Oh, get out of here! It's a good time. Are they going to close Star Tours? That's old technology that they just updated.
Never.
I don't know. So it's very upsetting now. And going around that area, right? They released a new. Did you see the new concept art?
I did not look at the new concept art.
It's kind of hard. I don't know if you're gonna if you're able to make it out from here, but it kind of shows how they're reimagining opening up that area. Let me see if I can get that over here for you, so you could kind of see.
Oh, okay.
So you see that, right? And that still has the theater. I'll get out of here so I can explain what's going on here. So what they have now is it's showing, again, this is all concept art, so I'm not going to give you it's a visual thing, so I'm not going to describe all of it, but it's just basically keeping everything there with now with monster theming. Now, if everyone's asking what's going to happen to, the restaurants that are over in that
I know
area.
it's like Mama Melrose is over there, which
Yeah, so
I love. That's like a hidden treasure.
It is. It really is. So they're saying that Pizza Rizzo obviously is no longer going to be there, and they're also saying that Mama Melrose is
no.
Yeah,
that breaks my heart.
I
have such fond memories of the kids being babies going.
What
there.
it says is it right on the concept art. It says it comes to the entrance of Harryhausen's, which is in the first film. It's a sushi restaurant where Mike Wazowski takes Celia May out on a date.
Okay.
And that's what the signage is out front. Bailey might like that. Bailey loves sushi.
Yes, that's true.
Yes, so she might like this. So Mama Melrose looks like it will not be a part of that area over there.
I can't believe they got to get more restaurants in though, because to take two typical restaurants out, like Italian and pizza, like to take those out and like not replace them with something more typical,
especially in a kids area.
They've got to put
adults.
something in there for sure, or just replace it somewhere else in the park, because you can't rely on Hollywood and Vine having seating or the Brown Derby or anywhere like that. So
that would just definitely cause an issue. But it looks like, and they're not saying like that doesn't Pizza Rizzo isn't shown on the concept art, but they're not saying what's going to replace it. So we're seeing, and obviously it's just concept art, so we won't know until they release, as Disney release it, and we also don't know dates. So
right. They'll let them out soon, I'm sure.
They also kind of said like don't rush, like to get on there. Like it's going to take some time. I think I saw somewhere that they were saying about the Aerosmith. That you still have time to get on there. Like it's not happening immediately.
Okay.
But I don't know.
Yeah. Interesting.
So we will see. Now we had another little bit of news, right?
That's right. So now the new Lightning Lane Premier Pass is available to purchase for all guests staying at any Walt Disney World Resort Hotel. Now it's just any Walt Disney World Resort Hotel.
Yeah.
This is available.
It's
so
huge.
It caused a little bit of a hiccup because it was randomly released, this news, and people who are like going in the next couple of weeks are kind of like, but I already bought my multi-pass, which is non-refundable. So there's been a lot of back and forth. Well, can we roll our multi-pass into this? Do I have the answer? I don't. But that was kind of like the hemming and the hawing of stuff. People are buying this.
It's good to know. It's good to know that people are flush like that. And they're like, I'm going to take my $40, up to like $40 multi-pass and turn it into this.
If I had that kind of money, I would too, because you are good at this, going through it and picking the next lines and everything. And I'm fine at it. I do well.
You're good,
but I don't necessarily want to be doing it. I want to put my phone in my pocket and just go. So there's so much value in that. But I can't imagine spending almost $2,000 to go to Magic Kingdom for a day.
So one of the
on top of the tickets.
Yeah, it's at the top of the tickets. So that's the kind of the crazy thing, right? It's similar to like you going to Universal and getting the Express Pass Unlimited there. It's a lot.
But I feel like the Express Pass is not like. Maybe because we would stay in a higher tiered hotel to get it for free. Well, they don't have anything like that yet for Disney.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. I mean, maybe they will in the future. Maybe they say if you're going to stay in a deluxe resort and you get the Premier Pass. Well,
do you think like how they released the last winter, free dining when you stay... and it gives you the tier of dining, whether it's quick service dining or it's the dining plan. Will they stay in a deluxe resort and get the Premier Pass to one park or something? Like,
I think I think while all Mr. Monopoly and the rest of his relatives keep buying up all these Premier Passes, and you're like, well, we don't need any specials on it. It's working, and so there's two things also about the Premier Passes. They actually lowered the lowest costs on them. as well.
Oh, okay.
But this was only for Animal Kingdom, Epcot, and Hollywood Studios. So it was ranging from. We did have that here somewhere. Anyway, it was from. I have it. I
thought it was like
180
or something like that.
Starting at price. Oh yeah. So it was Animal Kingdom. The lowest price was $129. It's now $119. Yeah, I know. Epcot, it was $169. It's now $149. Okay. And Hollywood Studios, it was $269 up top, and now it's $249. Magic Kingdom stays the same because they're like, we got you here. We're getting you. So, I mean, it's a little bit different, and it's all based on like demand and the timing of the year. So they kind of know. Now, with that being said, we are here, right? It's the weekend before Thanksgiving.
Holiday season.
Is it a busy week or is it a slow week?
It's going to be a real busy week over there. Absolutely bananas.
And you know how we know that it's busy? Because there's 5 days where the Premier Pass is sold out.
Yeah.
At Magic Kingdom. 5 days.
That's right.
That's crazy. So today, the day that we're recording is on the 23rd. It's sold out. It's sold out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
Yes.
So you could go and get it on the. Well, by the time you hear this, it's going to be past Sunday. It's going to be Monday. Yeah. But yeah, that's crazy, those people are paying $449 plus tax per person. So that's like $500 because it's the busiest time of the year. It's the highest price. That's for a family of 4. That's an extra $2,000.
Can you please tell me where you work and how you got there? I need to know.
What we have said before was that if you're, we probably said this multiple times. You're probably sick of us hearing it. If you're like if you go like every year to Disney, like we do, you're probably, unless you're just rolling in it, you're Scrooge McDuck, you're probably not going to pay for that. But if this is your trip with your kids and you're like, we're probably never coming back here or not for at least another 10 years, it might be worth it because we want to get everything in while we're here.
There. Now, I am curious. We've seen a lot of companies try out the Premier Pass and said like, yeah, it's great for, not having to be on your phone. But it has not been tried out yet during a super busy time. So I'm very interested to see if it really is 100%
because it's
worth it, because you're just going in the lightning lane, right? So you're still going to have is that going to make the lightning lane longer for those? And the fact that there's limited Premier Passes now, are there less passes for the multi-pass? Because how can we make it limited on just the on multi-pass is supposed to be limited too, right? And then Premier Pass is limited, so then it's like,
well, I think that it's still you're saying based off the amount of people,
or? Like what is this line gonna look like?
Yeah, I don't know if they're allowing more or less or how that's working out. But yeah, they must incorporate. But I haven't heard anything about multi-pass selling out. There's no reports of that. Right now.
Yeah.
I've seen it happen.
Yeah.
But, like I said, this is the first really, truly busy time.
Right.
It's it gets busy in Halloween, for certain things, but it's not really busy. Like September and October, relatively on the lower end. Beginning of November is very low.
Yep.
And then now it pops off.
That's right.
So this is the busy season.
Listen, I got to go check turkey number 2. So take it away, Rob.
She's going to check turkey number 2. And it's too bad because I was going to show you one of your favorite Christmas trees. She saw the Wilderness Lodge is ready for the holidays. And this is in my script. Yes, I write a script. I turn to Abbie and go, Abbie, how do you feel about it? She's like, oh, I really like it. It looks cool. It's magical. That's how Abbie talks. So we have that Christmas tree. I really would like to stay here. if I was going during the holidays, I would definitely stay here just because it feels kind of, I don't know, I think it feels kind of homey, I guess. Like, I feel like I could get cozy. I could bundle up. If there was a fireplace in the lobby, I think I would like it. But I don't know. Let's see. Let's get her.
I mean, it's so beautiful and big.
Yeah.
I'm in love.
I like it.
I'm in love.
That's right. If we were, as I said, if we were going to go there during the holidays, I'd want to stay there.
Yes.
How was the turkey? Let's get an update.
I need another 3 minutes until I can check it.
So good thing is I'm wrapping up, so we can do it. Disney Imagineering, some projects have been chosen for the Thea Awards.
Oh.
It's Disney earns 3 Thea Awards, and they said it was for Fantasy Springs at Tokyo Disney Sea, Zootopia at Shanghai Disneyland, and where's the other one? It is... This is what happens when I don't read things beforehand. I don't know. I don't see it in here. It says Zootopia. There's 3. I can't see it. Oh, the BDX droids. They got Thea Awards for
okay.
Those are we've seen like the concepts of them walking in Galaxy's Edge, like the little BD droids.
Cute.
So kind of walk around, look like some people call them chicken droids.
Okay.
So that's something. Over in, now this is, we do this all the time. You know, Disney has those Fab 50 statues that they're motion activated to the Magic Band Pluses.
Yes.
There were signs next to it where it said to wave to get it to activate.
Oh, okay.
So they've removed all those signs, and it now tells you to put your Magic Band wrist in a circular motion to get it to work.
Interesting.
Yeah, so as opposed to waving, I guess they're saying put in circular motion, and each individual statue has that sign now.
Okay. Well, it's funny because sometimes you just walk by and it goes off.
And it goes off,
sometimes.
right?
So I guess, all right.
I guess we're all in a big circle. So the last Disney news I have is that there's an update to Soarin' Around the World.
Ooh.
They've updated the film
of
Soarin' Around the World. So there was 2 things that were changed. The first one was the Eiffel Tower. It was the approach of the Eiffel Tower when it came in due to the convex shape of the film of the screen.
Yes.
It kind of made this Eiffel Tower look crooked or like it was leaning.
You're right.
So they figured out how to adjust that. So now you're kind of approaching it from further away.
Okay.
So it kind of just always looks like it's straight up now, as much as it possibly could.
Okay.
So it's it's something to look forward to and receive.
Yeah.
In addition, now they have added, because, you go to the Eiffel Tower, then all of a sudden you're back in Epcot. Now it's updated footage and it's showing like World Celebration.
Oh, okay.
So it's showing all the new stuff that they've added, how they built out all, you could probably see Moana down there somewhere.
Good.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's the kind of the change to it. Universal, they have their Macy's parade.
I know. I can't wait. I love watching the parade.
Well, this is the one in Universal, right? They have their own one.
That's also like a really big deal. Like families come and hold the balloons and like volunteer every year down there, and it's like very cool.
But we love the Macy's parade in New York City, and it's such a fun time, and we enjoy like cooking and getting ready.
Yep.
And hearing the parades, watching, then you stop and you kind of look and see what the Rockettes are doing, or there's like, Jojo Siwa showed up out of nowhere, something like that. In that, but there is going to be a mini balloon, right?
Yes, there's a new mini balloon this year.
So
that's good.
So all of our Pioneers, we could be out on the lookout for, and there's going to be also a float, a Disney float.
That's right. So they had like it was like the Disney Wish last year, right? I wonder if they're going to change it to the Treasure or if they're keeping it the Wish.
I don't know. Enough with the boats. We get it.
Oh, what? No,
Go
never.
sail. So so that's basically it for us.
Yep. Sorry to keep it short, but we got a lot of stuff cooking in the oven and we got to get going. I just heard the turkey go off. So
okay. Now, when she says cooking in the oven, it doesn't mean that there's a bun in the oven.
Oh, yeah, no.
No. Okay.
Anywho, we hope you guys have the most magical Thanksgiving, and keep in touch and make sure you're listening because we are going to announce something very special soon.